Wait, okay, so maybe it's easier to, it would have been easier to move the hoppers up one. I could move this down too, but I'm not. Oh my gosh. Okay, let's rebuild that. Reset. Okay, so that goes there. Oop. This goes here. Get up here. Where am I? I'm stuck somewhere. Eep. Oh. Hmm. Eep. Okay. This here. Oh, that's wrong. Here. Now let's put the crafter down. That way. Close all these. This goes there. We need a block in there. And we need our slabs again. That was wrong. Peters. And redstone. Like so. Okay, so then this is, so we need this one actually. This one and that one. So this one comes down and then this one goes down. That one goes into there. So then I think we can sneak a slab up on top here with a comparator to read this one, but then this needs to go sideways. Like so. Okay, so then we need the slab. Where are my slabs? Oh, they're there. So we need a slab right there. Because that's going to be a redstone signal. We need this one here. This one here. We need to bring this one down one. Like so. We need to get one under there. But out. So this one's going to come here. Here. We need this one there. Eep. Yeah, see, the chest can't be there then, can it? Because this signal needs to get down underneath here to read the hopper. But let's continue building. Let's continue building, see how this ends up. Okay, so we need that one there, so we can put that one there. We need that one there, so we can put that one there, and that becomes our line. And let's take out these dirt. We can jump up there. Hey, I can. Okay, so this would be a repeater. So this, it looks like the whole structure goes up 2 blocks, right? Because we need a hopper on this level, so that's, maybe it's only 1. Maybe it needs to go up 1. Can we put that there? Put that there. Then okay, so this system should work then, but the problem is those chests are too high. Right, because this comparator would need to read this hopper, and it doesn't read it up there, so we need to move it down. which means we could move the system up 1 block. What's going on? What? Why is there redstone floating there? Did I break a redstone? Apparently I did. Then I have 2 blocks in between, which wouldn't be the end of the world. Or I move the system up 1. Something above me? There's something above me. It looks like we have room to move it up 1. I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to move it up 1. But I may be hemming and hawing over something because something further down the line may change how far down this goes. Right? So I may just leave it here, and then I can use hoppers. I don't know. I do know I can put a torch back there. I think I can. Yeah, I hate to have to put this all in and then have to rebuild it later on. I'm going to tear it all out and rebuild it later on. But I need to know, because what's next? We've got our, so this is our red dye. We're just going to feed in, the next is going to be a composter to create bone meal. All right, I'm going to think for a little bit. I'll see you in a moment. Okay, hi everyone. I've been looking at this and doing a little bit of math because we also need the white dye generator in this one, right? But this is a drop of 2. And then the white dye generator needs to come off of this line because it comes off the bone meal, right? In the same way that this one comes off that line up there. So how far up is that line? Looks like 1, 2, 3 blocks difference. I don't think that's right. Okay, so no, okay, so this has to come off the same as that. 1, 2, 3. So 3 below. And then there's another drop of 2 right here, right? Yeah, so this may, I think I need to restring these hoppers and rebuild this system here. The red dye system. I think I do want to run it right underneath this floor. I think I do want the hopper line going that way to be right there. So this can stay as is. Oh, wait, how do I get down the hole? Okay. So then that one comes out, that one comes out. So this actually goes that way. And then this one will come forward and create this system down here. So let's tear all this out. Hi everyone, new problem. If I move it up to here, then they start interfering with these hoppers. Right? These hoppers are going to lock because of the redstone along here every once in a while. Right? So I think I need to move it down 2 blocks, which may have been where it was initially. I could actually leave this portion here and just move the No, I'd have to move. This whole thing has to move down. These hoppers, and that too. That too. Because that's where we're going to read the signal. Which is where it was before, wasn't it? So it was there, 1, 2, to right here. Okay, I'm going to put it back. We'll see in a moment. Okay, system is back in place. This is the level we've determined pretty sufficiently that this is where the lines need to go. This one could modify a little bit if we wanted. In fact, I think we are going to have to modify it because we actually... the system is not in place, is it? Is it? So this one actually needs to go there. because we need this one there. So we can move this thing down and around. Like that. All right, I'll continue building. We'll see in a moment. Okay, hi everyone. This is a for instance. I don't think the chests are actually going to be here because the system steps down as we go through the processing. So this is just kind of temporary as a placeholder. In case we get some poppies through the system, we want to collect the red dye. So I think this is what we're going to do. And where this ends up really, it depends on what happens next. So I think that's what we need to do. We need to dig out some material and figure out what's happening next. So our hopper line is right up there. So that's going to, we need a composter off of there, which means we need a hopper pulling off of there as well. And we could almost bring this down right here, but I think the ladder will get in the way. I mean, the ladder's not going to stay there forever, but this is where our way in. So maybe I have to move the ladder. Maybe that's what I should do next. But if those chests are there, but these chests can also move around a little bit. You know, I can send a hopper line that way and over that way, or over that way and over that way. But we don't have enough space in front to really wiggle them a lot. So maybe this whole thing needs to move backwards a couple blocks. I don't... I could move one back based on... Well, see, that's the wall, right? It doesn't matter because we're going to be digging out that way anyway, so this is all changing. I don't know. I'm gonna take a break. I'll see you in a moment.
Okay. Oh, hi everyone. I just broke something. What did I break? Oh, repeater. No biggie. No biggie. Repeater. Okay. Can I get back up on my little perch? Okay. So I did end up moving the circuit back 2 blocks. You can see that by the 2 additional hoppers there. That is because I wanted to make sure there's enough room up here so I could push hopper lines through there for the various items that are going to be flowing through. And this one is kind of done now, right? So let's describe how it works. So we've got this drop down through the filter, poppies, right? Poppies come through that filter. They come down, come down, come down, come down, come down, come down. And they go through this filter here. That'll be important later. Come down into the crafter, which crafts the red dye into the chest, into the hoppers, into this chest down here, this is a stand-in for the storage storage column that we're going to have down below. I don't know if it'll start here, maybe a little bit lower, whatever. But when this hopper here is full, it will send a signal through this comparator, up and around, back to this hopper, which will lock it up. Make sense? Now, we do have... Let's see if I can get there. This one right here does not need to go sideways, I don't think. Because we've got that one up there. So here's the question, right? This one is going sideways. If I want, I can have the poppies, because this one will lock up. That means poppies will fill in up here before they go sideways. Or we can have this be the poppy line that sends it to the composter. But I think I want it higher up. So let's take this one out. And then we'll put one in here. Let's see if we can grab that out of there. Oh, there's a whole bunch of stuff in there. Look at that. I'm glad I checked that. That would have been awkward later. So this one right here then is, so the poppies, so this will fill up with, this one will lock up. It'll fill up with poppies. And then the poppies will start flowing that way. And they'll go into the composter. And I don't have a composter on me. Every poppy at that point needs to be composted because we'll get bone meal, white dye, and bone blocks. So let's get a, ooh, ouch. What time is it? I don't know what time it is. Is it nighttime? Probably. Oh, it's not nighttime yet. Composter. Ooh, hi. The mob's out here. Ooh, there's a creeper. Don't like that. Whee. What? No. I was not anywhere near that. Heard it explode, right? There's going to be some repairs that are needed. Hopefully it didn't destroy anything important. Okay, we're safe here. Oh, not too bad. Got one hole right here. That's the only thing destroyed? Oh, that's not bad. So we need a slab, cobble, or stone brick. It's kind of distracting from what I was planning to do. Let's do stone brick. And where's my composter? There it is. Composter? Composter. Imposter. Do that. Put you right there. Should solve that problem. Do I have chests? I have chests. Okay, so here's our hopper line, right? Everything below this one goes through the composter. So the first thing we're going to need, though, is default. That was. Let's see. I should maybe learn how to use scaffolding, but I'm not going to. Okay, so that one goes there. So then this one goes there, because then we can get up here, put this into there. So the poppies come through this line, and where do I put it? Oh, that because of the filters. Okay, and it goes down through this composter. So then we need to run. I thought I was gonna. These need to come down, and I think I will run them high. They'll give us more room down here. So I need more chests. There. Right there. And this one, I'm not going to be able to step up there, am I? So do something like this. So this will be where the bone meal will go. Let's see to stay quick. Can't eat a filter. Can't eat a torch. Okay. So then these, where am I going to run this? I want this to go as high as possible, so I can only go up one here. Can't even go up one here. One there. So we put one there, that will fill in, and that can't work, right? We're going to have to move our ladder. That goes there. And then this one, can I put one there? Yeah, look at that. I don't think there's any redstone that this is going to interfere with. Let's bring it up this way. That. And then this one can go in there and in there. But we need overflow, don't we? And we want the overflow as high as I can get it. Box myself in. This is why I don't normally use ladders or other things that are useful. Okay. What am I doing here? So this one is going to come through there. I'm going to have to figure out a new way up. Okay, so like that, like that. What was I doing? Oh yeah, so this is going to... No, this is wrong, isn't it? Because we need that one. Because we don't want it feed into there. That's the bottom of our... Okay. So we think we want it right through here. So we can't bring it up through there. Right. Okay, so we wanted it to give as much space as possible. Let's do it here. So this one comes down. Could come down over there. That. Like that. Okay, so that should be it, right? Let's get the blocks. Oh. Okay, so let's go up and trace our composter line now. I don't know if I can get over there from here. Maybe I can. You there and you there. Okay. So here's the chest for the bone meal. There's a hopper that goes into this. This one goes there. That one feeds up there. This one... Yeah, so this can... Let's put this back in. Do I have ladders? I have ladders. That's not a ladder. Okay, so composter. Okay, so that should work, right? But we do need this to run now. So this is going to actually be... We need something to come off there. So it pushes into there. So this one needs to turn sideways. And it goes all the way into there. Okay. Because the bone meal will flow into here and it'll eventually fill up, and then all these hoppers will eventually fill up, and then the bone meal will go somewhere else. And it's going to go that way. That way. All right, I'll take a moment. I'll see you in a bit.